Hey! Hello, everyone. We're back. Pete, how you doing? I apologize. I'm staring away from the camera, guys. I'm getting the thing.
Jeremy, I'm doing really good, and the reason I'm doing so good is because we're on perhaps the rarest DnDTime screen, which is to say, the boss wheel.
The wheel of bosses.
We have a Fabled tier boss battle tonight, in which, if anyone unfamiliar with the DnDTime systems, when a hero has played enough adventures at the story tier, the entry-level tier, they have reached 2 experience at level 3, then they get a chance to challenge our boss wheel, where they take on one of these terrifying enemies for a chance to move up into the next tier of DnDTime play, which is Fabled tier, where the stakes are higher and the loot is greater.
But Pete, is the loot really greater? Because there's some sweet loot for winning a Fable boss.
It is absolutely greater.
Permanently. Bonus.
Yeah, permanently, I mean, they'll get 200 Bartholomew bucks instead of the normal salary of 100. So their salary is going to literally double, which would be great if that's how promotions worked in real life. I guess sometimes they do. But also, they are going to get just a sweet 400 Bartholomew buck bonus just for beating the battle. So it should be a lucrative adventure if they are able to win. But let's not dally any further, because everyone wants us, as the Greeter Gray was saying in chat, to spin the wheel.
Yeah, so let's take a very brief second and just say who's on the wheel, right?
Yes.
So the bosses that are up for option this night, of course, there's always the GM's choice, where Pete and I pick, and then the player's choice, where you all pick. And then the other options are, the real options, the Dryad of Middle Park, the Glass Dragon, the Grape of Wrath, and my favorite, Vincent Van Gogh. So we have our players here. Guys, did any of those really speak out to you and enthuse you?
Let's kill a dragon.
The last 2. I want to fight a giant grape.
Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Jeremy, there's only one way to find out what it's going to be.
Or a painter goat.
Spin the wheel.
Spin it, Jeremy.
All right, we'll spin this wheel. Round and round the wheel goes. Where it will end, I will know slightly before everyone else.
Yeah, you have to be silent. Yeah, you have to be silent so that we can all see where it lands.
All righty.
Oh, well, there it is.
I don't even see it yet.
Jeremy, I look forward to seeing what this is. This is the one I feel like I know the least about, so I'm excited.
I'm actually quite into this one.
Yeah,
right, folks. As our heroes battle the Grape of Wrath. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Pete and Jeremy's DnDTime Game of 3 this evening. This is an adventure that, well, we haven't entitled this adventure. This is a fabled boss battle where our 3 intrepid heroes must take on one of the greatest threats that they have ever had to face.
Only 3 of us.
These 3 intrepid heroes and Spuds. I don't think Spuds is an intrepid hero. I think Spuds is just a cool dude.
Okay, fair.
I'm not sure you'd call Navera a hero.
Oh man, I dodged that bullet. 3 intrepid heroes and Spuds have to take on the greatest challenge they've probably ever had to face here throughout the lands of DnDTime. And so, as we're kind of...
I don't know, that house last time was pretty scary.
All right, one of the scariest things they've had to face. And so, they have to face it.
Court. Lemic.
You find yourselves sent at the behest of Bartholomew to a region of lands of DnDTime known as Southtown. This is a place where good-hearted undead, sentient undead, work, live, and try and make the best of their own unlives. And Bartholomew has brought you all aside and informed you that something here is very wrong. For every evil undead that is out there, there's maybe, well, for every good undead, there's gonna be 100 evil. And one such of those evils has found their way into Southtown. A terrible undead beholder creature known as Zarn, an artisan in life, a dreamer, a creator of fine arts and creations, now has been rampaging through the city. And so Bartholomew has turned to you all in his time of need to head to Southtown and to put a stop to this undead menace. Or rather, this menace to the undead. So, I'll ask you, how has the trip to Southtown been, and are there any preparations that you've made, knowing that you could be up against such a threat? Spuds? I mean, what do we see with Spuds coming in here?
Huh.
Oh, Spuds?
I'm reading.
You're reading.
Yeah.
Spuds, so on the trip down here, you're traveling by carriage and you're just reading a book.
Yeah.
What book are you reading?
Of rats and people.
Of rats and people. It's a very good book, Spuds. Any interesting takeaways?
Yeah.
Excellent. Joy.
Hi.
You're also riding in this little carriage. The four of you have been traveling down, and you've passed by small townhouses and country farms that haven't really been affected by this creature yet. Seeing these undead out in broad daylight, just living seemingly normal lives, how does Joy feel about that?
It's just wonderful, you know? Just looking at all their smiling faces. And the Grape of Wrath better not worry either. I brought confetti and like a nice picnic basket. We're gonna cheer them right up.
Okay. You're just into like saving everything.
Yep.
Interesting.
Well, you know, Uncle Clint is a very inclusive person. So, you know, he taught me to be that way too.
I mean, that's valid. Okay. So you're just planning. So what's your preparations? I mean, are you guys talking amongst each other, or are you just riding your way on down?
Well, I have to make sure the confetti and streamers are all in the right places, but I can do that and talk. That's easy.
So Joy, you're just packing confetti into things?
Yes. You gotta have
like
confetti.
Little confetti cannons? Mm-hmm.
Also streamers. You have to have streamers everywhere, you know? Also, I made the Grape a really nice handcrafted card, and
She holds out like a couple of them. They're all like poorly doodled cards. Like, don't worry, just smile and everything's gonna be okay. Things like that all over the cards.
Excellent. And Navera, as you're kind of sitting, I guess, opposite Joy in the cart, you see Joy has just kind of been like, I guess, like tongue stuck out, fiercely scribbling these cards and jamming streamers and confetti into like cardboard tubes. And how's Navera's tone?
Navera's a little put off by the weird person across from her, but is spending the majority of her time kind of just doting on Omen. That was his first time dying, and so he was a little off-put by it last time. But beyond that, she's made sure to keep Pixie Bane well kept, and has brought her Cloak of Enshrouding Darkness with her. She's not entirely sure how they're going to pull this one off, but once she does, she'll carve its corpse.
Exciting. So you're just like readying your dog, your hound, and getting ready to kill.
Yes, a very there's a very big difference between her all crowded in darkness in her cloak, and then the little ray of sunshine on the other side.
Mm-hmm.
Joy's a tiefling, by the way.
Yes. I'm sorry. Did I say otherwise? Or...
No, I just wasn't sure if Greener caught.
So Joy, you've got to kind of duck down because your horns kind of bounce. Like you go over a bump and your horns would bounce on the roof of the cart or on the carriage you're all riding in.
Yeah, they've gone through the roof a couple times already.
Oh, there's just holes in the roof.
Yeah.
Are they curvy horns or pointy uppy horns?
If I remember right, they're pointy uppy horns.
Oh, okay, so there's a bunch of holes.
Yeah.
Spuds, where are you in this situation, in this carriage ride on your way to Southtown?
Driving.
Spuds, you're out in front. Did you take the reins from the driver, or are you just driving?
I'm helping.
You're helping. Excellent.
Yeah.
So you've been making quite a bit of haste. I mean, the carriage has been going as full tilt as a carriage can be with 4 people. And you can see that there are, as you've been riding through, people have been watching, it's like, oh, people have heard about this Zarn, this beholder that has been laying waste to the town. And as you've been making your way over, you've been, I guess, helping the driver to drive the cart from time to time, or
Yeah.
have you been like taking the reins and everything?
No.
No.
I'm reading to the driver.
Oh,
Moral
you're
support.
right. I'm sorry, because you're reading. I forget about. So you're just reading it. But how does it sound? Are you just like reading it out loud for him?
Yeah.
Okay. And Jon, where do we find you? Where are you strapped in?
I'm in the back of the carriage in my wheelchair as always.
Mm-hmm. Have you been joining in on the conversation? Or it seems like you guys are very kind of quiet and detached as you make your way into Southtown.
What? Dad? Not me. Not me.
I mean, you're all off in your own little worlds a little bit.
Who's a
I
good
mean,
boy?
a little bit, but that's just because I need to prepare. This is going to be a massive joy project.
Sorry, what was that? I was reading a book.
What are you reading, Jon?
I'm reading a very interesting book, How to Survive on an Island.
Oh. Very interesting book. Do you have like any like feelings about it? Is it helpful, do you think? Do you think you'd be able to make it?
I feel like the island is a metaphor.
This is going to get very, very deep and relevant to only people that have seen the icon you give in your character.
Who's a
I
good
also
boy?
feel like DnDTime itself is a metaphor.
All right, this is getting too deep. So as you ride into town, you see that the skies are bleak and gray. You can see, you hear the rattling of the wheels of the cart on cobblestones and the cloven hooves of the horses beating hard against it, as you are now outside of the dirt country roads. And as you're traveling through, you head through right into the middle, the central square here of Southtown. You can see that a very large brick building lies nearly in ruins. Large holes blasted, disintegrated out from the sides of it. A few trees are shriveled husks, as though they've been struck with incredible amounts of necrotic ore. And at this point, the cart skids to a halt. And the driver looks toward you. He, is a skeleton man, not a normal human. And they look toward you and tip their skeletal hat, or their regular hat. I guess they're skeleton, but they have a regular. And says, "Well, Mr. Spuds, good luck.
Thanks.
That was a fine book you read there.
Yeah.
I don't know where the creature is now, but I would check. I guess follow the sounds of the yelling, and that's likely where you'd find him."
Okay.
Joy explodes out of the carriage door and leans over to the driver.
Thanks for driving us, mister.
Thank you.
Navera slinks her way out silently with a hound and doesn't bother with the driver.
Hmm.
Looks around for where this shouting is coming from.
Yeah, you can hear in the distance, kind of shouts of some
Hold
kind.
on. Jon reaches over and picks up the ramp and starts to lower it off the side, the back of the wagon.
You let out your wheelchair ramp.
Oh, but I could have just picked you up and popped you right down.
No, I can do it. It's fine.
All right, you can do it.
Oh wow, you're not just old, you're also decrepit. Lovely teammate.
Hey, that's kind of mean. You should be nice.
You listen
Wow,
here,
it's
young
me.
man. I'm not old, nor am I decrepit.
Excuse me? Young man.
Young man.
Yeah, you're gonna start calling me names. I'm gonna start calling you names. That's how this is gonna work.
Whoa, let's break it up. We're here to bring happiness to that angry Grape.
When we're
Fine.
done here with this, I'm gonna have a bloody word with you and I'll make it look like an accident.
No blood, please.
The whole time, John's been like struggling to get himself down this really steep ramp.
Joy's gonna help him.
What's DnDTime's view on kicking a person in a disabled wheelchair?
Awful. The same as all views of that. Really bad.
Not good.
Yeah, of all the things that we have done in DnDTime, that's the worst.
It might be. Most people kind of deserve the things that happen. to them.
Juggling orphans with a sword, nothing compared to kicking someone in a wheelchair.
General cannibalism.
It's general cannibalism. This is focused back.
Yeah.
Literally just tipping him out of the chair. Walk.
What? You kick him out of the chair?
No, I
can't
don't.
do
I
that,
don't.
though, Bartholomew doesn't let you.
I
There's
don't.
no
she
PvP in the land of D&D time.
does not go for that.
Eventually, John, you're able to lower yourself down with relative safety. Okay.
Yeah. I
Anything
try
else?
to keep up with everyone else.
You're able to do so. Your speed is the same.
Can
No, it's
Navera look
fine,
around
I
to
can
see?
do it.
Can Navera look around to see if there's any like vantage point onto where the screaming is coming from?
Yeah. Go ahead and roll me, I guess, a perception check makes the most sense. 17. Yeah, you can tell and you can hear it. It's coming from pretty much directly opposite of this kind of centralized park area. It's very, very dark and droll here. The skies are very gray. Everything just kind of feels muffled, and there's almost like a sooty, a smoggy feel to the place, as there seem to be a lot of factories and other industry here. But sure enough, you open your ears and yep, no, people are screaming over there.
Are there any buildings nearby to the park?
Yeah, well, it's directly opposite. It seems to be maybe a block or two away, wherever this sound is.
Yeah, okay. Then Navera's going to turn to the others like, I'm going to see if I can't scale one of the buildings and get a vantage point.
All right, just be careful. We'll go towards the sound of the screaming. Are you okay with that, John? Spuds?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so Navera, you are kind of leading the way. Oh, I'm sorry, you're going up into one of the buildings. I'm sorry.
Yeah, she'll send Omen with them.
Oh, okay, so Omen's going with them.
Yeah, and
So-
Navera's just making her way into a building to try and get to the roof. Like a window.
Okay, so yeah, you're heading up, sneaking up into one of the buildings of the, one of the. Yeah, I mean, you can just do that, no problem. You see people run down the streets past you. I say run, shamble. They are undead, far and away. Many of them are not particularly quick. Some of them more zombified, maybe, than skeletal. They aren't like rotting corpses. They seem, stabilized magically in some way. But they push their way past you, running down the street. Navera, you're able to kind of get yourself up into one of the buildings with relative ease, and the rest of you are just heading straight down the road, or are you going to let Navera go first and give you some sort of feedback?
Well, Joy is kind of marching down the main road,
All right.
leading the charge of the ground dwellers.
Okay.
The Light Brigade.
Spuds is hiding.
Where's
He's running
Spuds?
toward
We're just like ducking between rubble and ruin. Excellent. So as you guys come around this kind of corner area, I guess you're leading the way, Joy. So as you turn the corner, you can see a figure floating in the air ahead of you. It's just around a street corner. It appears to be it looks like a giant shriveled grape, like halfway between a raisin and a grape. It's maybe 4 feet across, and it has a series of stalks kind of protruding from it, each with different eyes at the end. You can see it has about 6 of them, although most of them seem to be pretty damaged, and it looks like there are some stalks that have been just completely removed. There seem to be have been more than 6 at some point in the past. It has a big mouth full of not toothy, like pointy teeth like most beholders, but like flat, almost molar-like, and a big central eye that's super bloodshot, and its kind of pupil is almost broken, like an egg yolk kind of staining into the rest of its iris. And yeah, you turn the corner and you see it as it shoots a ray out of one of its eyes and blasts a wall of just a building nearby. And
Stop right there, Grape!
It turns around. And who are you?
All right, Joy unleashes the confetti.
Anything to Zarn. You shoot the confetti at it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Be happy! You're okay, Grape!
Navera, you're up in one of the buildings looking down on this. You're getting right up there at the time. Spuds, you've just ducked behind a wagon and you're like, I guess, peeking out and looking. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yep.
And Jon, where are you? As Joy just poof unleashes confetti at this creature. Jon? Is Jon just Jon's a little I guess Jon's a little further back than everyone else.
He's napping in his chair, the old man.
He's just falling
Apparently. There's also like those the party
poppers.
Yeah, the party poppers and like the noise thing that goes
boom, and it just flies out.
Yeah.
And the eye just kind of floating there just looks around and looks at the confetti.
Happy Death Day!
Oh god.
And it grits his teeth looking at you in rage.
She's entirely genuine about it.
I know. I'd like you to roll for initiative, though. As Zarn is also genuine in how mad he is right now.
Okay.
Oh, damn it, Joy. I see why people like you.
All right. Oh, not the best. So, Spuds, you are hidden, which is very good for you. Navera, and then Spuds, and then Joy, and then Zarn is actually marginally better. All right. And I don't know what happened to Jon. Hopefully they're able to get back soon.
I got a 20.
Why is Grandpa faster than us?
Oh my god, I'm blind. Jon, where are you at the start here? Because you guys had time to like position a little bit as Joy marched around the corner.
I was with Joy.
So you're just like right up there with Joy.
I'm keeping up, yeah.
Yep.
Excellent. And the dog is with you too. All right. So it's going to be your turn. First, Jon, as you wheel around the corner, and it's just you, Joy, and the dog. It looks like Spuds left at some point, and Navera.
The grape is covered in confetti.
He is, in fact, covered in colorful confetti, and he seems very unhappy about it.
All right. So,
it kind of looks like a crazing, actually.
What's the ruling on Chaos Bolt?
What do you mean?
We have the material components. Does Bartholomew provide those?
Yes, he does.
Okay.
Oh, you're just starting it off with a Chaos Bolt. Just zap. Awesome.
So I gotta do. Why didn't it? Oh my god. I apologize. It's terrible. But
It is
I'm
all
doing
good.
it-
Roll
I'm
20
doing-
works in mysterious ways sometimes.
I'm doing it at level 2, and I'm a sorcerer.
Okay. What does that mean?
So that means I gotta use my charisma plus proficiency. So this is +2. Does a 23 hit?
23 absolutely does hit.
Okay.
As you let loose this blast of chaotic energy at this undead monster.
And then 2d8 plus 1d6. And I guess I'm going with 3, whatever that is. Let me look it up.
Oh, but you rolled doubles.
Yeah.
So it
Which-
bounced.
Yeah.
All right. So your chaos bolt slams into the guy or into the giant beholder, and it deals fire damage, which is number 3.
Nice.
The fire damage is totally fine. Seems to have a fine effect upon this zombified beholder creature. It kind of scorches the wrinkled flesh of this being. However, I do need you to pick a secondary target within 30 feet. What's your passive perception?
My passive perception?
Yeah.
10.
Yeah, you don't see any other creatures besides like your team. You can
Do I
just shoot it
see-
off into nowhere if you want.
Do I see a spider?
No, that's why I was having you roll the passive perception.
Dang.
Sorry.
Yeah, alright, I'll shoot it off into nowhere.
Yep, the bolt just goes wide. Also, that's not level 2. That was level 1 casting that you did there.
Oh, then I'll just do a level 1.
Okay. All right. John, that was your spell. Would you like to move at all? There is
Yeah.
a toppled cart nearby. There are street signs around.
I want to go to that toppled cart. And I
Yeah,
wanna
there are
look.
some shops around too. You
What-
see
what
a
all is
barber
in this
shop
cart?
nearby that's abandoned. So what was it?
Is there anything fun in this cart?
Over to the cart? Yeah.
Yeah.
You wheel your way over. It appears to be filled with bread. It's like toppled over, and there's bread all over the ground, like big loaves of bread.
Okay, cool.
And you also see, well, you don't see Spuds hidden in amongst the bread, but he's there. Spuds, you see John wheel over, also taking cover behind the cart.
I'm gonna quicken a spell then.
Oh,
I'm
Okay.
going to quicken Firebolt.
sure.
Does a
Excellent.
19 hit him?
It absolutely does, as you conjure a second quick blast of fire. Another 5 fire. You are all with the fire. The
I'm on
firebolt.
fire today.
Yeah, did you cast this from your hand, or do you have a spell casting focus, or? I'm just wondering
Yeah.
for the aesthetic.
So basically, John's just sitting there with a pistol, going.
Someone's got a gun and just shooting them.
Yeah.
Ah, excellent. And the beholder's like, not happy as you shoot him in the face. Navera, we move to your round. What would you like to do?
Speaking of shooting someone in the face, Navera draws an arrow, notches it, pulls back, aims for just a second, and looses at the giant grape man. But not at all.
Well, actually, you're currently hidden from him.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because you're up in there. He doesn't see you way up in the house. He's not looking. So
Awesome.
I will give you advantage on the attack roll.
Do you mind if I cast Hunter's Mark before that?
Yeah, it's totally fine.
Thank you.
I don't see the attack roll. Have you rolled it?
No, I have not. Right.
Oh,
Rolling attack. Does that hit? 17?
17, absolutely.
Awesome. For 9 plus 1.
Alrighty. So not +1.
For the Hunter's Mark.
Oh, right.
Yep.
All right, so 10 points of damage. Not bad. Your arrow punctures into the top of this this creature and is just kind of sticking in there, and it just and looks up. I see there are more of you. Come to stop me, huh?
She gives him a small wave from where she's at before drawing another arrow, and for movement, I'll have Omen move forward.
Sure. Just right up to him.
Yeah, right up to him.
Okay. Spuds, it's your move.
Spuds pops out of the bread.
Just do you just pop out, or do you explode out of the bread?
I just pop out.
Okay. I was wondering if bread goes everywhere or not.
No, it's actually very
John's startled.
And I say, John, stand back! I mean, stay back! And shoot at the grape.
Uh-huh. You also, of course, have advantage as you were hidden. 21, yeah, absolutely hits.
For 9 damage.
9 points of damage. Your arrow sinks right into like that the central eye, hits right in the pupil, right where it was kind of like leaking out, and like this kind of black fluid begins to pour down the large central eye of the beholder, and it yells out in anger. Is there anything else you'd like to do, Spuds?
Spuds is gone.
Just like the night, Spuds ducks back into the bread. Or do you want to head to one of the other buildings? I can describe other ones if you're.
Who knows?
I kind of have to know, right?
Jeremy doesn't even know.
I
don't even know.
Jeremy, the
Fair.
DM
No,
knows.
that's valid, I guess. I guess. All right. So Zarn is going to start off by rolling one of his eye rays. Let's see which one he gets. He gets 1. Excellent. So what can he see? He can see.
Not Spuds.
Not Spuds.
What's that behind his
Joy,
eye stalk? Oh, it's
Joy didn't
Spuds.
Attack
Or
him.
is it?
Navera, you hit him really hard, so he's going to try and hit you with this. A ray of sickening green light, orange light, shoots up toward you and strikes you. Can you roll me a Constitution saving throw? Also, those DCs are not correct. They should be 13.
Ow.
That being said, it still gets you. You are struck by the paralysis ray, and you feel a horrible energy just flow through your body, almost like, almost like you have a really, really bad backache, except you can't move, and your whole body feels like that. It's like someone just hit you in the back with a hammer, and you are paralyzed.
Her body shakes as she tries to fight against it.
Mm-hmm. And then he will turn toward you, Joy, and he will shoot a second ray at you. But this is one of his normal rays. And he says, "No, you don't understand. This unlife, it's nothing compared to what I used to have." And he is going to hit
all the
you
stuff you can do now.
with a ray of brilliant red energy, and I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Right?
Which you red? That's not a scary color. You're
That's
fine. You
color.
shrug off his ray of wrath, and then that is all he can do with that round.
You can still do art. You can still do crazy stuff. You just have all time to do it now. It's even better.
It's your turn, Joy.
Oh, I'm just not getting through to you, am I? All right. Well, maybe this will help.
And she readies her joystick, which is her sword, and
Mm-hmm.
she charges forth and tries to do a boop.
Okay. Now, does it look like a sword, or does it look just like a giant, like, colorful thing that you're bashing him with?
It's a sword.
Oh,
but
it's definitely a sword.
It's a sword, but it's rainbow.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Lollipop.
You swing and a miss, unfortunately. Your sword hits him and kind of embeds into the wrinkly flesh, and it doesn't like go very far because you hit it at a bad angle and almost gets stuck in there a little bit, and you just pull it out.
Darn. I gotta get you right in your core to blast you with joy.
my masterful powers of creation lost to this curse. Jon, it's your turn.
All right. Jon is going to throw a bottle of oil at this guy.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, just throwing.
Yeah, just normal hucking it.
Is normal.
Yeah, absolutely. He gets a 5. He's not dexterous.
He's hit by the oil, which I assume breaks.
Let's. Yeah. I was giving it like a 10% chance that maybe it wouldn't break.
Fair.
But
I'm gonna quicken another firebolt.
oh wow, you hit him for 3d8 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, as the oil flask shatters across his face.
It's in my eyes.
Does that hit?
Yeah, the critical firebolt will absolutely hit. What a Jon is on fire. Well, actually, Jon's not the one on fire.
No. And at the start of his turn from now on, he can take 5 fire damage.
Is it 5? Yeah.
It's just a flat 5. So that is 16 plus.
Well, it burns
16.
out for 2 rounds.
Yeah.
32.
32.
Yeah. Well, you get an additional 5 on that attack. You had that on there, right? Yeah. Oh. No, you get an extra 5 on the attack. And then he also takes 5 at the start of his turn for 2 turns.
Yeah.
So oh my god. That's another 16 from that attack.
Maybe Jon doesn't need us.
That's the spirit, Navera.
These are tracer rounds in my pistol.
You know, holy shit, right? That's exactly. You just hucked the flask over the cart, wheeled around, and shot him in the face, and he set on fire.
The fact that he's
very
doing well in
intimidating.
Voicer more than the fact that the thing's dying.
Yeah, right. Well, and now he's on fire too, so he's just screaming as his eyes are on fire. All right, Navera, it's your turn.
Right. Well, Navera's currently, a little stuck. So
paralyzed.
instead, Omen's going to race towards the monster, past Joy, and go to bite him.
Excellent.
Doesn't. No, 21?
That'll hit, absolutely. As your hound rushes over and bites onto the wrinkled flesh of this creature. So to roll the damage, I think you click the word bite in chat and roll the damage. And then I will roll the strength save. That's great damage. Oh, unfortunately, the beholder does succeed on his saves. That being said, I will let you know, he is actually immune to prone. He would just kind of spin in place in the air.
Omen's more used to houses than beholders.
Yeah, we cannot houses prone, but beholders. But regardless, a really great bite where Joy's blade cleaved in last round. Omen got a good bite on it now and kind of just tore a huge chunk of the skin off of this creature down the side, unveiling the kind of just wet, necrosing flesh beneath. And Navera, can you roll a wisdom saving throw at the end of your turn?
Oh, is it wisdom and not con?
I'm sorry, it is con. It is con.
I don't know why I opened my mouth there, to be honest.
Well, this is why. See, rewarded. You resist the effects of the paralyzing ray and are no longer paralyzed. At the end of your turn, Navera, Zarn will use a legendary action to bite at your dog. And he goes, and he tries to bite at Omen with his big molar teeth, which all of his teeth are molar teeth, which is horrible. And fortunately for you, Omen backs the hell off and doesn't get bit. Spuds, it's your turn.
Spuds rises right out of where he was in the bread before.
Exactly. No one expects it.
And yells at the Grape, "Look at the rabbits!" And then shoots.
Oh! I was kind of hoping you'd save one of those for... Maybe you have another one for the end. Yeah, you shoot him in the face. I mean, you hit him. Alrighty, you hit him for 6. Okay. Anything else you and right? Who knows where you could be though?
Who knows?
And now it's Zarn's turn. Zarn is going to start off by well, let's roll an eye ray. He got paralysis ray. He's gonna aim it at the dog this time around. Omen, can you have Omen roll me a con saving throw? Let me click it.
You touch my dog, I'll rip you apart.
With smiles.
Oh yes, I will be smiling.
And that's a success.
That's the spirit.
The beholder will then fire a ray upon. It is a weird pink, almost sparkling ray. Fires right toward you, Joy, but then goes over your shoulder and hits Jon behind you. Jon, I need you to roll me a wisdom saving throw. As you are struck with the confusion ray. Wow, you guys are just on top of it. All right. He roars with hatred and anger. All right, that's the end of that round. Joy, what would you like to do?
All right.
And I'm not going to forget his legendary actions this time around.
Joy is going to try. Would his rays be considered like charm effects? Some of them be considered charm effects?
Absolutely, 100%. That would have been a charm effect, for example, right there.
All right. I think she's gonna boop herself with some protection, evil and good.
That is a very good one to use. If he is a giant undead orb. So does Joy just like boop, poke herself on the nose and is just covered with glowing, like rainbow lights?
Yeah, she's sparkly now. She's pink and sparkly.
Fantastic.
She
But
goes
it's
through
not
like
like
a
light,
magical
it's just
girl
sparkly.
transformation sequence, but like her clothes don't change.
She's just sparkling at the end?
Yeah.
Excellent. All right, that was Joy's move.
All right.
Would you like to say anything, Joy?
Never fear, Joy is here.
And Zarn goes, ah! And he just roars in anger. He is going to use a legendary action to hover an additional 20 feet in the air. He does not provoke opportunity attacks with that movement.
Wait, come back.
So now he's just floating in the air a little bit.
I can't reach you up there with
Joy, it's your turn.
happiness.
He's still on fire, right?
He's still on fire. Which I'll add that 5 points of damage right now.
Gonna throw another bottle of oil because they stack.
They do not stack.
They do not stack? All right, I'll do that next turn.
You can like re-up it if you'd like. That's fine.
I'll do that next turn though,
Sure.
because it's only been one turn, right?
Yeah, it's only been one.
Yeah.
He's only
okay.
take the fire damage one time.
Yeah, I'll shoot him again.
Sure.
13.
13 unfortunately misses. The bolt of your firebolt goes a little wide. Maybe not quite expecting him to go up as much.
Misfire. I'm gonna have to reload. I'm gonna reload using a second level slot.
What is that? What does this mean?
I'm using a second level slot to gain back 2 sorcery points.
Oh, okay. Sure.
Yeah. So
Anything
I'm
else?
back up to full.
Of full sorcery points.
Full sorcery points.
Okay.
I haven't taken any damage either, so
I mean, that's valid.
yeah.
Let's move it on.
That's my action, bonus action. I'm still by the bread cart. Can
He can see you pretty clearly now because he's floating up in the air.
Can I use item interaction to eat some bread?
Yeah,
All right,
I think you can.
that ends my turn.
The bread's pretty good. Apparently, the undead bakers here are pretty good.
Nice.
Navera, it's your move. You're about 40 feet up in this building, I assumed, or how high did you want to be? Actually, is the question.
Navera was going for either the top floor or the roof.
60 feet is the roof.
Sounds good.
Cool. So you're 60 feet up. He's only 20 feet. So you still have a 40-foot.
Yeah, she can arc the shot.
Yeah, and I imagine you kind of came up through a fire escape or something.
Yeah,
You rangered
basically.
your way up a fire escape because rangers.
Flips and tricks.
Flips and shit.
Yeah.
Oh, flips and tricks. I guess tricks works too.
Right. So what Navera's going to do is she's going to knock another arrow, aim at the giant grape, and then it'll be covered in glowing green energy as it uses ensnaring strike.
Oh, very good. All right. So, this is ensnaring strike. Oh, you gotta roll to hit first.
Yeah, first I do.
Yep.
Shit.
Well, the arrow goes wide. The bright side is you keep the ensnaring strike.
Yes.
So the next time you shoot, you have a chance to get it again. At least as long as you retain your concentration.
Awesome.
Is there anything else you'd like to do, Navera? Do you want to like drop prone? Do you want to like duck way back? You're in a pretty good spot. It's just you're still targetable right now.
Is she on the roof or is she on?
Yeah, so you're on the roof. It's fine.
Yeah. Okay. On the. All right. So is there like a small lip where the building is and the roof to stop people from falling off?
Not like a big one. No. I mean, it's like a tiny. Like.
Well, she'll just drop. She'll just drop behind that then.
Okay, sure.
Yeah.
So you drop prone. You're pretty much out of sight of Zarn where he is currently. Zarn will take a legendary action, a second legendary action, to fire a ray of wrath at. He can't see Spuds, so he's going to shoot it at Jon. Jon, I need you to roll a wisdom saving throw.
Why are you doing this?
Oy.
Jon, you are filled with unbridled rage as you are under the effects of the Crown of Madness spell. And the way that works is you are charmed by the Beholder, so you can't attack him. And you have to use your action before you move on each of your turns to make a melee attack against a creature other than yourself that the Beholder chooses. So the Beholder is telling you to attack Spuds. Now he can't see Spuds, and you can't see Spuds because Spuds is buried in bread right now. But
Wait.
you know where he is, so you can try to attack him.
Wait, the Beholder is telling the man in the wheelchair to melee attack something.
Dude, he doesn't have a lot of choices right now, all right? This is what he's got. All right. Spud, it's your turn.
Kick it.
Okay. I stand up
Uh-huh.
out of the bread.
Out of the bread. As you do so, you can see that it looks like Jon's eyes are just kind of like melting. And you can see like almost like running black mascara down the sides of his face.
Yeah.
It doesn't look good.
You don't look so good. I walk away from Jon.
Okay.
I'd like to make an up attack.
Let's see.
Does a 19 hit?
Just a question because
Cool.
someone's pointed this
I
out in
do 0
chat.
damage.
Ow.
Someone's pointed this out in chat, by the way.
Yeah, what is it?
Does Jon have Fae ancestry and thus resistance to charms?
Yes.
Oh.
So then it'd be a 14
really,
and not a
You
6.
got a 14. So this was just an intentional, you pistol whipped Spuds.
Yeah.
And for some reason, you just had some soot in your face, which is why it looked like your eyes were melting. But he's really fine, Spud. You get that
Yep.
now. That was just for telling him he didn't look so good. That was rude.
I'm trying to performance to convince the Beholder that I am charmed, so he stops doing that.
Oh, okay. You
want me
hit
to roll?
Spuds. Yeah, roll me performance check and Spuds. You can take your turn. Sorry.
Okay. I'll walk away from Jon.
Yeah, right. You walk away from Jon. Looking around the street, there's a barber shop. If you look like across the street from the barber shop, there's a comic store.
Okay.
And then there are some other stores a little further down if you want to go look at other shops that you could maybe duck into. Everything's abandoned right now.
Yeah. I'll hide in the comic shop.
Okay. There's a lot of comic books. They're selling a whole bunch of Dungeon Master trading cards.
Okay. Let's shoot the Beholder.
Okay. You walk over to the smashed frame of the door where there'd be like glass on the inside and then hang the sign, and you shoot and kind of hop through. Unfortunately,
Did he see me? I mean, I would have really shot when I popped up, but
yeah, yeah, I'll give it to you. I think that's valid. I'm not going to order of operations yet. 13. Alrighty. He gets shot again. I'm getting tired of this game that you're playing. Yeah. You hop into the comic shop. Okay. All right, you're at the comic shop. It is now Zarn's turn. Zarn is going to fly 20 feet further up and is going to... Oh, let's see what ray he fires. Ooh, a different one. Joy. I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw as a ray of sickening black energy strikes you.
Oh, okay.
That's really lucky in terms of damage.
It was a pretty bad damage roll. 14 points of necrotic damage, and you feel the energy sapped from you. You feel like your strength-based attacks would be less effective next. Wait, you have advantage on the save because of your protection look good, don't you?
I don't know if that's how that works. Let me pop up.
Saving throws against spells or abilities, right?
No.
Oh,
really?
Can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed.
Oh, they have disadvantage on attack rolls.
Yeah, nope.
Nope.
Oh,
I still get bopped.
Damn.
But I can hellish rebuke.
That you absolutely can.
What paladin is this?
So I'm gonna hellish rebuke him with my reaction.
He really hates all the... Oh my god! All right, he rolls miraculously. Natural 17 for a total of 16 on his dex save. He's still gonna take 9 points of fire damage.
Yep.
And he's actually plus 5 from the oil.
That
As
oil.
he just is screaming on fire. This giant flaming meatball rises into the sky. I do need you to roll a concentration check for your protection, evil, and good.
Okay. Give me a second.
And how are you looking after the 14 necrotic damage? I don't know how much hit points you have, but it can't be a ton.
Joy's still okay.
Okay. Oh,
She's
and
a
you still have your
paladin.
spell.
She's a little hard.
That is true. Alrighty. And now we move to Zarn. Oh, that was Zarn's turn. That was Zarn's first thing. Now he's got a second thing. Okay, he is going to ready his other ability. All right. That is the end of his turn. Joy.
All right. Well, how far above the...
He's 40 feet in the air now, and he's no longer on fire, which I'll add the extra 5 fire damage that he would have taken at the start of his turn. Also, he's bloodied.
That's good.
Joy ruffles through her bag and pulls out a javelin with a party streamer taped onto it.
Excellent. Does
All
it
right.
have like a vuvuzela, or like not a vuvuzela, like one of those like you blow into it and it makes like wah sounds, so that when you throw it, like wah as it flies?
Yeah,
Beautiful.
for sure.
What do you call those? I don't know.
I don't know.
Party honkies things. I don't
Party
know.
honky. Anyway, I'm gonna throw it.
Sure. I
so-
think he's just out of range, so you would have disadvantage in the attack, but you still hit him.
How?
As you throw the javelin,
And I can't smite that because it's ranged, right?
Unfortunately, yeah.
Sorry. Just wanted to be sure on the roll.
Always good to double check. Yeah, it's really funky how that works, but unfortunately, you really can't.
So it just goes. It flies through the air and fast sticks at him.
Yeah, it's just sticking out of the bottom. He's a pincushion right now with all the stuff sticking out of him.
I got him.
Do you want to move it all?
Guys.
There is a fire escape nearby.
I'm gonna climb up that then.
Okay, you start climbing up. Yeah. you travel at half speed climbing up the fire escape, so you can get 10 feet to the fire escape, then 10 feet up. So
Okay.
you're 10 feet up.
That sounds okie dokie with me.
Okie doke. John, it's your move.
I take out another flask of oil,
Uh-huh.
and I throw it as hard as I can.
All right. As hard as you can.
Yeah, deck save.
I thought, it's a dexterity saving throw?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Well,
14 bludgeoning damage is, oh, not again!
and then I shoot him with my tracer rounds.
Uh-huh.
Oh no!
You fire and, you miss him. Shrug emoji. Some of the oil gets in your eyes as it falls down.
Yeah. He's still coated in oil though, guys.
He is. And it's not burning yet. Oh, well. No, it's not burning because the other oil all burned out.
Yeah.
All right. We move to the next in the initiative. Oh, John, do you want to move at all? Or you're fine staying behind this bread cart?
Man, this spread is really good though.
Yeah. It is very good. All right.
Yeah.
Navera, it's your turn.
Right, Navera's just gonna, second verse, same as the first. Take a shot at the.
As you pop up, the beholder uses its readied action to fire away.
I knew this would happen.
I'll let you take your shot first, though. Which you'll hit. A 16, absolutely. Not a crit, because he definitely knew you were there. I'm sorry, wait, do you have... you don't have the fallen cloak, do you?
No. I've got Cloak of Enshrouding Dark.
Yeah, I think you... There's no... Because he's looking right at you. When
Yeah, no, he can see you. He can see me.
So you're still going to hit him for a solid 5 for the hunter's mark, and then you do a longbow damage.
Yeah, and then, also, Ensnaring Strike, so a bunch of vines burst from the ground and race towards him.
Yes, this is actually a very, very important roll. Just saying, it's 5, 10, 12 damage. I can do basic math. This is a very easy thing to do. All right, he shoots a confusion ray at you, and he did a wisdom saving throw, Navera.
All right. He needs to, I think, make a strength.
He does, yes. So you succeed on his save, and he fails on yours.
Yeah.
All right. So what Ensnaring Strike does is the creature becomes restrained until the spell ends. A large or larger creature has advantage on the save, which he is unfortunately larger.
Shit.
He's a large creature, so he does get another shot at that.
Aw.
Sorry.
Oh, well.
It was worth the shot, though. So he's not quite restrained. I just want to make sure I'm reading that correctly.
No, if he succeeds, the vines kind of miss and shrivel away.
Yep.
I hate to be a
still
Debbie
does
Downer, but I can't do Ensnaring Strike and Charisma as the
Pardon?
concentration spell.
We'll remember that for the next round, though. Not a big deal now, because it's already happened.
Hunter's Mark was already on it, and is it?
Yeah, but
it is a concentration.
Both concentrations.
Yeah, so I didn't realize that. Yeah, gotcha.
Yeah, we'll just remember that for the next rounds.
Yeah.
But I appreciate your head in the game switch, because I am Dungeon Master and I am dumb. All right, you still hit him pretty good, though, and I think you do get the extra damage from the Ensnaring Strike, don't you?
No, I don't.
Either way. Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, when restrained, they take the damage, but they need to actually be hit by it first.
Would you like to move it on, Navera?
Yeah, Navera's gonna look around for something a little taller than just the lip of the building.
There's like a weather vane that kind of sticks up another 10 feet a little further into the building. A little like
Right,
kind of toward the center of it.
Where's the door to the, is there like a door into the building?
No, yeah, there will be. Yeah, there should be. You want to go over to that?
Yeah, she's just gonna try and hide either behind that or, go inside.
Yeah, as you get up to it, unfortunately, it is locked.
Oh, she's
It's got,
just
like a
gonna...
padlock on it.
She's gonna hide behind, if she can, like,
Yeah, duck behind it.
No.
No problem.
yeah.
All right. At the end of your turn, they'll take a legendary action and fire a ray of wrath. Spuds, did you hide at the end of your turn?
Yes, I tried.
What did you get?
I think I got an 11. But I'm in the comic book store, so I don't know if there's any...
No, you're good. He can't even see you where he's at. He'll shoot a ray of confusion at Joy.
I'm immune to charm.
You're immune to... Oh, shit. All right.
So that doesn't work.
Alrighty. Spuds, it's your turn.
I pop up
Uh-huh.
and yell at him, "Soon you'll be burning bright!" And shoot him.
Beautiful. You unfortunately will miss him with that one. The bow
Okay.
goes wide.
Wasn't I unseen?
Oh, shit. It's 21. Yeah, you hit him. All right. 63. That's not what a number you need to hear, guys. Don't worry what 63 means. You hit it for 12 damage.
Guys,
And yeah, he's grievously wounded. You hop back in and try and duck around. It's okay, he doesn't seem very perceptive. There's a lot of blood in his eye. It's now his turn. He starts just going berserk and frenzying. He is going to use all 3 of his eye rays, targeting random people within range. The only people he can see right now are Omen, and Joy, and Jon. So,
please hit the immune one.
Omen. Uh-oh.
Oh no.
Joy.
If you hurt my dog, I swear to
And
God.
Jon. Oh, it has to be that one for Jon. So, Jon, can you roll a con saving throw?
Or be paralyzed. Hasn't the man been through enough?
That's a bit redundant, to be honest.
Oh, let's not be rude to Jon. Jon's doing an incredibly good job, actually.
I can't feel my legs. Wait.
Oh no.
Oh.
Wait.
Joy, a horrible green ray fires at you again, another enervation ray.
Oof.
This one rolled a lot better for damage. More actually pretty average.
Let's see. Con save.
Ooh.
Jeez.
Oh my God.
20 necrotic damage, and you have, you have disadvantage on your strength-based attacks.
Joy's giving it a hug.
And Joy's down. She flops face first on the fire escape.
Oh no. And at Omen, a sickening green ray crackling with black energy, a ray of disintegration fires down. Roll me
Boys!
a dexterity saving throw.
Dex, here we go.
Whoo! Dashes out of the way with a yelp. And actually, I think Omen is dodging when they don't get an action. And that way they have advantage on that or a bonus to it anyway. So they dodge out of the way. The ground beneath them goes boom, and there's a 10-foot just hole in the ground under them. I'm going to roll
Oh
to
God.
give you the odds of whether or not there's sewer there, and Omen just goes splash. Or I probably have to roll another save.
Okay.
Or if there's just ground and there's just no sewer in this part of Southtown, because there might not be zombies.
Please don't make me wash him. He hates baths.
Yeah, I'm giving you like a 25% chance that there's sewer. So if you get it's 1 through 25, it's real bad. 41. All right, there's no sewer. There's a big crater in the ground. And Omen does fall, what is it, 10-foot cube. Omen does fall 10 feet, actually. So Omen does take a d6 of falling damage. 3
Oh
falling.
no.
As
Oh
they
man.
boom, fall into this big pit that gets disintegrated beneath them. All right, we are on to Joy. Can you roll me a death saving throw?
You got it, boss.
You good? All right.
Just a question. This fire escape Joy's on, is that the same building as Navera's?
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Cool. Cool.
All right. At the end of your turn, Joy, he will take a legendary action and fire a confusion ray at Jon. Ugh, Jon, roll me that wisdom save. Son of a gun. All right. It's your turn now, Jon.
No, Joy! And he's gonna start shooting.
All right. The first one, unfortunately, with his hectic firing, misses, but the second connects, no issue. For a total of 9, correct?
Yeah.
All right, and then Zarn bursts into flames again. Ah!
I almost feel sorry for this man.
He's very unhappy.
Wait, if he's undead, does he have weakness to flames? I don't remember.
Unfortunately, not. Well, unfortunately for him, no.
I'm gonna
But
start wheeling over to Joy.
Yeah, she's on a fire escape, mate. I don't think you'll get him up there.
it does not look like a
Don't-
wheelchair accessible fire escape. But you
Don't
know what?
underestimate his upper body.
John is swole, so John might be able to get up there. I believe in John.
Yeah, John is swole 8 strength. Don't even.
Whoa. Anyway, is that the end of your turn, John? You wheel over to the base of the fire escape, or do you want to try and wheel up the fire escape?
How much movement was it to get to the escape?
10 feet.
And then how high up is Joy?
10 feet. So you could, like, in theory, you could get up there.
Yeah, in theory. Okay.
You want to try it?
Is there a drain pipe nearby that John
Absolutely.
could like climb up to get onto the fire escape?
Oh, the main stairs that go down to the ground level are down. Because,
Oh, okay.
that's what Navera used to get up.
John's gonna jump out of his wheelchair and he's going to use his crawling speed to move the last 10
Last
feet.
10 feet.
Yeah.
John, you climb up, army crawl up to Joy, who's also lying on the grate.
End turn.
Okay. This reminds me a lot of Independence Day. You're crawling toward Joy, just got to get the disintegration ray and make it perfect. At the end of your turn, John, the zombie beholder is going to use its legendary action to blast down at, and actually it's bloodied now, so it can use the other rays. To blast down at Omen. Gablep. Omen, he's throwing me a con saving throw.
Will you leave my dog alone?
You're the only one, it's the only thing you can see.
Wait, really? Oh, you
I
can't
mean,
see
they
them on the
could-
fire escape?
Nah, he probably could, but
Yeah.
all right, half damage, so it's only gonna be 11.
Oh,
And then-
joy! Only all of his remaining health.
Oh, so he's also downed.
Yeah.
Alrighty. I mean, it could
My
be way
God.
worse. Navera, it's your turn.
All right. So, Navera's gonna peer over the edge towards Omen, and I presume Joy and John are actually really like 50 feet down, something like that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she's not actually gonna bother with those two. They seem to have it in hand as Joy bleeds out.
Thanks.
Well, I was, but you know, John's coming over. You
I mean,
got this.
if you wanted to try flips and shit to get down to where they are, you could.
I
I'd let you
was.
roll an acrobatics check to do it.
I was, but I'm
If
gonna
you
have
fail, you
faith
take
in John.
damage. Okay.
So instead, I'm going to use my last remaining spell slot to try to once again restrain this thing.
It'll be very, very good if it works.
It will.
Go ahead and take your shot.
I was going to cure wounds, Joy, but you know, I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, just don't ignore the paladin. They're useless.
Paladins don't do anything anyway.
Yeah, don't know what you're talking about.
Worst class
You
Dungeons and
joke,
Dragons.
but when they're on the ground and the enemy's 4 feet up.
Yeah, you're right. It's not. I don't know. You'll hit it. No problem. For another 8. And
Right.
I got to roll a saving throw. And the
Two of
Hunter's
them.
Mark is down.
Yes. Oh, damn it. All right. Well, it doesn't matter.
Unfortunately, resisting the effects. Those are just natural rolls, too. He's got no bonus to these.
I wish you hadn't told me that.
Hey, it's just bad luck. It just means it's no fault of your own. You're not making a tactical choice here. You know, it's not a tactical issue or a faulting. Just poor luck.
All right. So, do I need to roll like a death save for Omen?
Yes, you do. Roll me a d20. All right, Omen exceeds 1 death save. Spuds, your turn.
Spuds pops out of the comic book shop.
Of course he does.
Yeah. And,
Does Spuds have any comics?
Oh yeah, he's stuffing his pack.
Excellent.
And he yells up at the older. For Grape, you're looking pretty shriveled, like something the sun made. Turbo.
Very good. You hit him. Spuds that old reliable short bow. 11 points. He's looking pretty bad.
I also and then I started yelling at him some more.
Mm-hmm.
God damn it.
Uh-huh.
Hold on. Stop.
Oh god, it's too bad. No, Mike.
No,
What is?
Just yell up. I'll never send my companions to the pastures of home. But their blood is strong. It's $2. And then
And then?
I hide.
Uh-huh. And Zarn goes, no, you will all be destroyed. He is going to fly 20 feet down toward you guys on the fire escapes. And there is 3 beams coming out. One's going to go at Omen. 2 are going to go at you 2 on the fire escapes because those is what he can see. We'll start with Omen.
He's down. Does he even roll?
We'll then go to
Well, Omen's disintegrated.
Yeah, like
Omen. We'll
My
get to
dog.
the once. Joy, and Jon. Jon, I need you to roll me a con saving throw for the paralysis ray. You resist it. Joy,
My legs! I can't wait.
you have more than 18 hit points total, like maximum.
Yeah. More than
Okay, so you're not killed outright, but you do fail a death save. And Omen is struck by a green of sickening green and black energy and disperses into dust upon the ground. And he's, "Ah!"
this makes me wish I had one more spell. I have a plan. We'll get there. I
Man,
can still
that
do it.
was the optimal loadout for those 3.
Yep.
For your guys' sake. All right, that's the end of his turn. Joy. Give me a
Alright.
death saving throw.
Please don't roll in that one.
Oh
my God.
And Joy,
Get him!
he flew down. He's only 20 feet above you. If you wanted to run up the fire escape, you could leap and attack him if you wanted.
Oh, don't do
Do
that.
I?
No, because if you take falling damage, you die.
It's sick though.
It is sick though.
It's nearing the end. Navera's gonna do it. Join her.
But Joy has terrible luck on melee rolls. It's not worth.
You can always just throw it. I'll tell you what, if you want to smite on a thrown weapon, I'll let you do it, but you have to use the smite whether or not the attack hits. You'd be like charging it with power and throwing it, and if you miss, it's just a burned one. I'll let you do that if you'd like.
You know.
If you really don't want to jump for him.
Jon, do you have like a potion or something?
You see that Jon has his bag of 12 potions ready to go.
Potion bandolier, some might say.
Oh, okay. Some might say, yeah. Is it an action to drink a potion or a bonus action?
For you to drink a potion yourself,
It's a bonus.
for me to feed it to you, it's an
Alright. So for me to drink it myself, it's a bonus, right?
Yep.
Okay, then if Jon will allow it.
You're gonna grab one of his potions.
I'll give you a light blue.
Alright, cool.
It's a light blue for you.
What does a light blue potion taste like, though, John?
It tastes like light blue.
Ooh.
Very good.
Remember, Jeremy? I got red, orange, yellow.
Oh, I know. I wanted you to say it tastes like light blue.
Yeah.
Alright. And now Joy's gonna jump!
Oh, you're going for it!
Go
Yeah!
for it! Go, 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 go!
ahead and
Alright,
make your
she's
attack.
gonna take her longsword with both hands
Uh-huh.
and swing! 16 enough?
You'll hit him as you
Yes!
leap from the fire escape. You take the sword and stab it into the creature for 4 damage.
And I smite.
Now he's an undead, so you would get an extra d8 of damage on top of your normal smite.
All right, so that's 3d8
I don't know. What level are you smiting at?
first. That's all I got.
Yeah. 3d8.
Yes.
All right. That's,
Is that correct, Twitch?
Yep.
Dog. The ghost
All
of
right.
Omen is displeased.
The sword stabs into the beholder and flares with light, and he goes, not dead. And
No.
you're kind of taken off guard. I'd like you to roll me a strength saving throw.
Not dead.
And you're just dangling by the sword that's stuck in this beholder about 20 feet off the ground, unless you want to let go.
Woohoo!
I
Okay.
really
This
don't think you
good.
should hold on to the fire.
Yeah. Oh, right, he's on fire, isn't he?
Yeah,
All right. Well, at the start of Joy's turn, she's going to take fire damage.
that's fine.
well,
I
I
have
guess.
resistance.
Actually, there you go. All right, he's going to take a legendary action to shoot a random eye ray directly at you, Joy. All right, I need you to roll a con saving throw.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Just go.
In Joy's defense, that means her arms are now locked in the holding position.
Unfortunately, not quite. Well, you know what? Sure. Joy, you're frozen in place being flung around.
I
Can't move.
Your choice. Do you want to fall or do you want to be held in place?
Oh, jeez. I think
You're about 30 feet up.
Each.
I feel like being held in place would be funnier. So,
Okay, being flung around, paralyzed.
Now I'm stuck. Is this what you wanted, Mr. Grape?
Well, Joy, you have to say that without moving your mouth.
yeah, well, all right, let me try that again.
Yeah, all right.
I'm stuck. Is this what you wanted, Mr. Grape?
Ah, he yells in triumph. John, it's your turn.
I could have just given you a hug. If that's what you wanted.
This is a fiesta. Gonna shoot him.
Just shoot him. Oh, you'll hit him. That's 13 more damage. All right.
Time to reload. I'm gonna use another second level spell.
Uh-huh.
2 more sources.
Excellent. Is that the end of your turn?
No, I'm gonna crawl back to my wheelchair.
Okay, you do so. I'm going
gonna
to,
use half my movement to remount my wheelchair.
you do so. At the end of your turn, he's the legendary action to cast an enervation ray. Gosh, probably at you, Joy. You're right there. You do still roll a con saving throw,
I'm still stuck.
and I don't think you take any penalty from the paralysis. He was kind of hoping for disintegration. You take 7 points of necrotic damage. Are you still up?
Wait.
No.
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 All right. Joy is now just. Well, I think you fall now.
Yeah,
Joy,
I think it will.
Look, fails 1 death saving throw upon hitting the ground.
Does the counter reset once you get up?
Yes, so it's just 1. Right.
All right.
Joy just blurs and just is
We call
flung
it-
into the sky.
We call this the death saving throw merry-go-round. Up and down, up and down, up and down.
So she flops on the ground next to John.
Yeah, John, right as you're climbing up, you just hear a ka-thunk.
Joy,
Navera,
that's
it's
your
your
wheelchair.
turn. That'd be rude. Navera, it's your move.
Alright, guys, it's time to John Wick this shit.
You're going for the jump. That's a lot of fall damage if you hit the ground, but if you hit him, you get
Fuck it.
I'll give you a bunch of bonus damage.
Okay,
last
so
name is-
Navera's gonna glare down at this monster and then towards the ashes of where Omen was and grind her teeth. That was my dog. And she's going to drop Pixie Bane and withdraw her double short swords and then leap towards the monster.
Excellent. Dual short swords. You're doing the fall. It just 60-foot drop. Go ahead.
About 30 foot. Well,
I'm
60
sorry.
foot.
It'd be a 40-foot drop from here.
Yeah. Wait, is it not 30 feet up?
Nope, he's 4. He went down a little bit.
Okay, gotcha. Alright, what do I need to roll?
Just roll your attack rolls.
Okay,
I assume you are dual wielding here.
I am.
All right.
Oh.
Oh no! He just kind of was slightly to the side. Unfortunately, Navera.
Unfortunate.
And you whiff.
Well.
It was
The
worth
crit's taunting
the
me.
gambit. 17 points of bludgeoning damage as you hit the ground.
Alright, she just, she rolls. She rolls with it and then looks up towards him.
Mm-hmm.
Come
All right.
here.
Hey, your bow's up there.
Spuds,
Yeah.
it's your move.
Doesn't matter. Ignore that.
Spuds, I pop out.
Uh-huh.
And yell, "The pearl!" and shoot.
Oh, shit! Kapow! All right. Spuds, as you pop out, the beholder's looking at all of them, his eyes glowing with power. You're all weak. I will destroy. And Spuds, you pop out behind him with a kapow! And is that just all you do? You just kapow and kill him?
Well, I said the pearl, not kapow.
Oh, the pearl. Okay. I thought you said kapow, because, okay. My bad. So you take back your bow and boom, shoot him, and the rest of you just see and you see an arrow just fly out of his eye, and just goo and gore splurts everywhere. I'm going to need both of you two on the ground, Navera and Jon, to roll me dexterity saving throws.
If this is going to do damage that's beyond like a 2d6, I'm down either way.
If you succeed, it's no damage.
Oh, cool.
All right, both of you leap out of the way. Unfortunately, Joy's unconscious, so Joy just gets bludgeoned by a grape. And as the beholder lies slain, you all look amongst each other. Joy, you kind of come to consciousness badly bruised and covered in
I'm awake.
horrible eye goop.
What happened? I'm here. Did we win? Did we cheer him up?
We won.
There we go.
Navera's just going to slap herself with her cure wounds and then walk over sadly towards the ashes of Omen. I'll see you soon, friend.
Oh,
And-
I'm sorry about your doggo.
The beholder's body's just lying there, mouth open, tongue just lolling out.
The moon is down.
And with that, you guys have defeated Zarn. You have defeated the Grape of Wrath. And yeah, congratulations on your success.
Yay!
Hmm.
We did it! I'm sorry if
people-
I wasn't much help, guys, but we all did our best.
The people of Southtown kind of poke their heads around the corners.
Yeah, Navera's going to just slap Joy's shoulder with her cure wounds as well. Might as well.
And over the course of the next few minutes, a large crowd of these undead denizens of the town make their way kind of gathering around you all, cheering and celebrating your victory. And it is at this time, with a flash of blue energy, another figure appears, one you're maybe a little bit more familiar with. A friendly old wizard by the name of Bartholomew.
Hi, Bartholomew!
Greetings, adventurers.
Where's my dog?
What happened? And as you kind of ask that question, he kind of like looks and you see kind of from behind Bartholomew's robes, walking out, panting and happy to see you. You see Omen fully healed and, well, looking as healthy as ever.
Right.
Popped up in the shop not too long ago. Seemed you're getting into a bit of a trouble here. But, well, for now, I'm glad to know that all of you are safe. You've dealt with the Grape.
Yep, he is officially cheered up.
Indeed.
Thumbs up.
More of a beholder than a Grape, but
No,
far be
he's
it from me to decide.
definitely a grape.
I mean, very grape-like. I think there are a lot of grapey similarities. Well, regardless, you've all done very well in completing this fabled tier boss battle, and as such, I believe that there are some promotions for you now in order. And with that, Bartholomew kind of claps his hands, and you begin to hear around you music begin to kind of play. A triumphant instruments and horns begin to billow out from seemingly nowhere, as well as applause from sort of the some of the surrounding folks here. And Bartholomew kind of speaks up. On this day, the four of you have proven yourself adventurers of the highest capabilities, and as such, I shall now present you with your titling. And Bartholomew steps first up towards you, Joy. And Joy Slaughtermurder. When your uncle first told me that you were going to be joining my adventuring troop, I was worried that, one a bit younger as you are might have some trouble. But you have proven yourself time and time again. With every single action you take, you spread joy and happiness throughout the lands of DnDTime, and it is a brighter place for having you in it. Joy, have you chosen your title?
Oh, I think so. I think you'll like it.
I'm ready.
She gestures for you to lean in.
Bartholomew leans in very close, kind of turns an ear towards you.
And she whispers it into his ear. It's what we discussed.
Yes. Okay, I just want to make sure you're saying that. And he says, and thinks about the Joybinger. The Joybinger. The
Yes.
Joybinger.
Yep.
And so you shall be known, a harbinger of joy throughout the land. And Bartholomew kind of nods. Your Bartholomew coins. They're really bucks. And he hands you over a silver platter upon which you see a bag containing Bartholomew bucks, specifically 400. And he goes, congratulations on your promotion, Joy.
Thank you.
And steps next in line towards you, Navera.
She looks up from where she's hugging the dog.
You and Omen are stalwart friends indeed. Since you joined Navera, you have had a single-minded focus upon your goals here, and that has driven you to success in everything I've seen you undertake. And Navera, you have proven yourself, while an enemy of perhaps the Fae, a great ally of us here in Bartholomew's shop, and an excellent adventurer. Thank you for all you have done. Have you chosen your title, Navera?
I'm not one for titles, but the uses of one could be rather beneficial once in the Feywild. So, Fae Butcher. I want them to fear me.
And Bartholomew kind of smiles and nods. I can think of nothing more appropriate for you. And so you shall be known throughout the realm. And Bartholomew hands you over your 400 Bartholomew bucks. And steps next to you, Spuds. Spuds! How are you?
Good.
That's a nice shot. That last one there.
Thanks. How are you?
I'm doing quite well as well. Spuds, since you have joined, you've been in some ways an enigma to me. And you study math, but you haven't shown any of the signs, as a goblin who does study the maths, of awakening its dark arts. You have a curiosity for the things around you, and just a happiness and contentment in life that I think inspires many of those around you. Spuds, thank you for your heroism and your brevity of thought in many cases. Have you chosen your title, Spud?
Yeah.
What will it be?
A friend indeed, when in need.
Spuds, a friend indeed, when in need. People will know you as this throughout the land for all time. Congratulations on your promotion,
well,
Spuds.
Wait. A friend in need, one indeed, comma. Yeah.
I don't know if. Oh wait, yes, there's okay. If there was going to be a whole couplet, I didn't know if there was room on the placards at the shop. But yes, yeah, we can fit in.
Yeah.
Congratulations on your promotion, Spuds.
Thanks.
And now he hands you over your Bartholomew bucks. And last but not least, he steps over to you now, Jon Galanodel. I've seen many Galanodels cross my path now, Jon, but I will say that you have impressed me, Jon. I expect great things from your family, but you have succeeded where others might doubt you. You've never questioned any of the adventures that I've given you, and even when put in situations in which, well, your disadvantages, well, have been troublesome for you, you have overcome all. You are a great adventurer, regardless of anything that may hold you back, and are, well, succeed in spite of it. Jon, I am honored for you to be part of our adventuring troupe here. Thank you for adventuring with us. Have you chosen your title, Jon?
I will be known as the Shadow. And he stands up and shakes Bartholomew's hand.
He stands up and shakes Bartholomew's hand?
Yeah.
And Bartholomew kind
What the fuck?
Bartholomew's eyes kind of like,
Wow.
he kind of pulls back, and
Oh, you're all better now. That's so great.
Perfect, I can break your legs for real.
and so you shall be known throughout the land, Jon. And Bartholomew, congratulations on your promotion. And Bartholomew hands you over your 400 Bartholomew bucks.
And Jon turns into a cloud of shadow.
Well,
That was wild.
that was a huge twist. And Bartholomew looks at the now just three of you, and with that, your Fabled tier promotion ceremony is complete. As you move forward, things will become more difficult. The rewards will be greater, but the challenges even greater still. As such, I wish you all the best of luck. I have high hopes for you in your adventuring careers moving forward. One last congratulations to each of you, and thank you once more.
Yes, congratulations, everybody. Good job.
And Bartholomew kind of like claps his hands a couple times, and with that, all of the confetti and music just suddenly stops. And Bartholomew says, and now that you have all this money, he snaps his fingers and you find yourself standing around the shop. Would any of you be interested in shopping?
Oh, yes, me.
I will take a try at the bag.
If you need a magic item, you know where to shop. Just head on down
It's your only choice.
to Bartholomew's shop.
That was good teamwork, Roger. We've never done it, I don't know, in quite so good sync.
I wonder how bad it was on the stream.
It's probably fine. Joy, you have you wanted to make a purchase, you said?
Well,
She looks at her muns. Or like she digs through her bag and it's got like a bunch of different holy symbols in it. And then she pulls out some Bartholomew bucks.
can I get this sword glamored?
That we can certainly do. What do you wish it to look like?
I want it to be like made of though. You know, the paint is just not doing it. I need it to be made of it.
Wait, made of what?
Rainbow.
Oh, made of rainbows. Yes, I thought you said made of bows, and a sword made out of bows was strange, but rainbows we can do. And as Bartholomew kind of places a hand over the sword, it now seems to give off visually, it just looks like it's made from light of the full color spectrum. It's almost like a rainbow lightsaber, except it just still has its normal physicality when you touch it.
Ooh.
And Bartholomew says, yes, may it serve you well. Is there anything else I can get for you, Joy?
Does that enchant it? Or
It is now considered a magic item in addition to looking red.
Okay, cool.
I'd like to pull from the bag. But wait, there's more.
I want to hug her.
She pulls out some sandals.
I want to pull from the Bartholox bag of theme?
The Bartholomew's Big Bag Bonanza. It is a favorite of many here. Yes. Please go ahead and reach in. Bartholomew holds out the bag. Please roll me a D1000, and I wish you the highest of luck.
She's actually gonna use the sandals of Bartholox to roll for other Bartholox items.
Bartholomew, I understand
Yeah.
you don't want to give her the items, but
Oh wait, what is Bartholox items? Roger, you reach into the bag.
You remember?
And you pull from within. Then, Jeremy, do you know? I know you design most of the Bartholoxes. Can you direct me
Yes.
to the appropriate Bartholox? I see it.
Yep,
there.
that's it.
All right. You reach into the bag and you pull from within. It appears to be a nightgown, perhaps. It's threaded with beautiful gold. And Bartholomew speaks, yes, this is the nightgown of Bartholox. Of course, you know that it was crafted by the gnomes of Bartholox, who worshipped me as a god at one time. It's powered by your faith in, the almighty dollar. The golden threads of it are very soft, and while you wear it, your armor class becomes equal to 10 plus 1 per 500 Bartholomew bucks in your inventory, with a maximum of 15. I assume that's what it means, right?
How was that?
That's what it means, right? 10 plus 15?
Yes.
Wait, so it means it can go up to 25? Is that what I'm understanding correctly?
If you had enough money, in theory.
Oh my god. All right, well, if your armor class becomes 10 plus 15, I guess if you have enough money. If you're rich enough, you can't get any other armor classes from anything else, including a shield. While you have it, it's just everything.
Breaking news. Joy is immortal.
And with that,
You need
you
to
have
have
the
a ton of
nightgown.
money.
You have the nightgown of Bartholox. Jesus. What a strange thing in the back. I don't know why there's no
Oh my god.
these relics, but they're very good. Enjoy your nightgown.
Sometimes I put things in the bag just to give Pete a heart attack.
All right. Is anyone else see anything?
Navera's gonna have a celebratory grab in the bag.
All right. Please grab in the bag. Roll a D1000 Bartholomew presents towards you, and I wish you, as always, the best of. Ooh, pretty good. 633. Let us see what there is at that number for you. All right. Let me just do a appropriate roll herein. All right. As you reach into the bag, you find within. Your hand passes over first what appears to be some type of piece of coral. It feels like it's sharp and it kind of cuts your hand. You end up dropping it and losing it to the side. Next, a small trinket, perhaps a charm? Not exactly what you're looking for. Instead, you take a simple amulet. It could be anything. And as you pull it out, it's very plain in its appearance. And Bartholomew says, this is really good as well. This is an amulet of health. While you wear this amulet, your constitution score is 19. It has no effect on you if your constitution score is already 19 or higher without it. Really good.
This is rather useful for my ranger.
Very good luck tonight. I guess not luck on Joy's side, just really.
Wait,
really
could you
good
put it
luck
on a
that,
dog?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the rule on
It
that is.
does
Maybe
require attunement, so we'd have to discuss that further. I think
Yeah,
in the
'cause
past we've said that companions cannot attune to things,
yeah,
but
we'd have
we
to
could look into this.
go over that.
Gonna deck out Omen. He's gonna be the most bling dog.
Very good. And can I get anyone else anything?
No.
Yes, I actually have a few things I wish to purchase.
Yes. Wait, who am I speaking to?
It's Jenny. Do
Jenny.
you not recognize me?
You are in the shadows a little bit from the corner of the room, but I see you. John had left a few of them around when he left. But I see you now, Jenny. Good to welcome this evening. What can I get for you?
I'd like to purchase 3 potions of greater healing and 2 potions of superior healing.
Coffee? What's your
I'm going to
flavor?
need
What's your flavor these
power,
days?
wisdom, and courage for the 3 potions of greater healing.
A classic trio.
And then I'm going to need light and dark, the superior.
And he hands you a red, green, and blue 3 greater healing potions, and then a bright white and bright dark black to the regulars. Or for the
bag.
yeah.
I have a big event coming.
I need something new. Very good. In that case, go ahead and roll away. Oh, another high one. Let us see what is in there for you. As you reach into the bag, your hand passes over a few items. First, what appears to be a vegetable. You think? It's certainly a stranger one. You grab it. It's just like a small piece, maybe like a pea or some kind of pea pod. You kind of put that aside, and instead your hand passes over next a quarterstaff. You have relatives that might appreciate that, but maybe not your style, Jenny. Instead, you grab a small piece of metal. It seems to move and kind of climb up your arm as you grab onto it, kind of leaving the bag before you have an opportunity to kind of put it back and try for something else. And it's a little robot that you've pulled out of the bag. It's very small, and it kind of grabs onto your shoulders and then kind of whips around and hangs onto your shoulders over your back. And then all of a sudden, as you're kind of looking at it, you feel it like, it's strange, it like links up with your mind, and you start seeing like targeting reticles on things. And Bartholomew says, yes, this is the aimbot. You can, while you're attuned to this robot, it will give you bonuses on your attack rolls with your ranged weapons. Additionally, when a creature that makes an attack against you with a non-magical projectile, you can use your reaction to shoot that projectile out of the sky with a projectile of your own. And there's another penalty where if you cannot see your target, it does not impose any disadvantage on your attack rolls.
Do you want to trade?
Does this work with spell attack? Say Eldritch Blast?
That is with ranged weapons, unfortunately, exclusively. So bows of all kinds, or I guess blowguns and things of that nature, but not with magical abilities.
Thing for Zero, even for, maybe, I know. We'll give that.
Yeah. Well, I do hope it serves your sibling well, whoever you decide to put it on.
Navera does look on a little jealously at that one.
I'll have to purchase something else.
It's a Navera item too.
I'd like to purchase this for the Charm of Good Luck.
That we can do as well.
Bonus to saving.
And you also pick up a Charm of Good Luck. Is there anything else that you would like?
Equips both the Charm of Good Luck and the Charm Trick or Treat to her shield.
Excellent. And unless anyone else has anything to purchase, I believe. I believe this is. Oh wait, you want to go? You want to go, Spuds?
Yeah.
Feeling lucky? All right, roll me a D1000 as Bartholomew presents the bag now to you. Oh! Oh, geez. All right, let's see.
Oh my God, Spuds, will you calm down?
No.
You've been fucking going off all night.
Yeah.
All right, then. Let us see what we have. You reach your hand into the bag, and it passes over first what appear to be boots of some kind, and then it appears to be some kind of cloth, but it smells very terrible. You avoid that and instead go with a ring. as you pull it out of the bag, you see that it is a small platinum ring, but there's a huge diamond in the center of it, surrounded by a smaller circle of sapphires and rubies. They kind of are gleaming with a bright light. And Morthong speaks about, yes, this is the bright evening star. You gain a +1 bonus to both your armor class and your saving throws while you're wearing the ring. Additionally, while tuned to the item, you know the lights and dancing lights cantrip, and can cast either of those spells as an action. This appears to be a ring of protection and ring of protection and another thing combined there, which was an item created by Mr. Plunderloot. So thank you very much for the item submission, Mr. Plunder. And with that, I think that is all.
And hearing that is it, I didn't move myself. We are at the outro
Outro screen.